Good evening and welcome to tonight's broadcast of your Lakota West Firebirds against the Centerville Elks. We've got action here on tonight's regional semifinal game. Alex, what are your thoughts going into tonight's game?
Well, it is the regional semifinals. Like you said, we're versing Centerville, ranked number 1 in Region 4. We are ranked number 3. That's Lakota West. This is definitely going to be a thriller with Lakota West beating Moeller, which is arguably one of the best in the tri-state area. We beat them 2-1. And so kickoff is coming here at Viking Stadium.
Yeah, we're about to get kicked off here. Lakota West riding on a lot of momentum, like you said, beating Moeller in their last game, one of their biggest rivals across really all sports. And to take them down, we had interviews with them before the Moeller game talking about their potential for that game, and they were really all hyped, and they definitely showed it coming out and getting that victory. And now tonight against these Centerville Elks, who I might note they've already beat this season 3-1. They're really riding on a lot of potential and a lot of good vibes going into it.
Yeah, like you said, Centerville did beat Fairfield 2-1 last matchup, but that result wasn't super surprising considering Centerville's considerable advantage in terms of just ranking, Centerville being a top 40 team in Ohio while Fairfield bottom 100. So the advantage was there.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely had advantage, but they didn't seem to play up to their full potential. Like you said, Alex, only winning 2-1, not the best result against not the best team in Fairfield. So now they really got to depend on, can they bounce back and get a better result in this game against the Lakota West Firebirds? And my current prediction for this game is no. I just think the Firebirds are just too heavy of a team, and they just have too much momentum riding into this game.
Oh, yeah, and with Centerville being on that win streak, I think it's going to be closer than people think, considering that last game that Lakota West and Centerville played, it was 3-1, that final score. That was in August. And this rematch is going to be a little bit tougher for Lakota West because they don't have that home pitch advantage this time around. But we'll see if that change in venue makes a difference at all.
Yeah, hopefully not. Definitely going into this game, Lakota West needs to keep up what they've started so far, and just they really need to come out swinging. So far in this season, they've been majority of a second half team more than anything.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't really show that last week against Princeton in a pretty dominant victory. However, they really just got to lock in to start the game. We see a chance early here from Sam Dragon. Tries to play it in. That ball is scooped up by the keeper.
Yeah, on Lakota West, just to show you how great this team is, we've got the trio, the senior trio. That's Garrett Marchand, Sam Dragon, and Ryan Boyd, all having 10 or more goals this season. And they claimed that district crown and blew past Princeton 8-0 before taking back-to-back defending regional championship Moeller.
Yeah, that's a pretty hefty lineup to have to go against as far as Centerville, and they really have to play up in this game. See a foul here on Centerville, a little push in the back. It'll be a Firebird free kick. But like I was saying, Alex, Centerville's definitely got to step up to their competition. You said they had that winning streak on the line, and they really got to look forward to this game with, like, this is the game to play right now for Centerville.
And just in terms of Centerville's star player, it has to be senior Peter Evans with 13 goals, and that's 33 points. He's a guy you do not want to see in your goal. He's also got 7 assists, so this guy's a man of all trades.
Yeah, he's definitely their main defensive weapon. However, like you were saying earlier, Lakota West, they don't fool around up top. They got 3 of the best players in the GMC up top. Like you were saying, they have the trio up there. And really, once they get going, they're basically unstoppable. Like nobody has been able to really stop them this far in this season if they're getting going early.
And not to mention, defensively led by Jonathan Kren with only 14 goals allowed, 74 saves. That's an 84 save percentage, Jackson.
Yeah, that's definitely above average and something you really like to have behind you, really as a last resort kind of item. But at the same time, you really got to look forward to him as a captain mentality, a captain that's not a captain, if I do say so myself.
Oh, yeah.
Lakota West here early has applied a lot of pressure to this Centerville defense, has not really let them have a comfortable attack thus far. I can't say that, I could probably say about the same for the Firebirds. However, possession has seemed to be more leaning towards Lakota West thus far in this game. Chance here early for Centerville. Cut back and cleared away.
Wow.
What a play. That is a clearance from Joey Genaria in the middle. No nonsense defending there. Player got around Jonathan Kren. And then there was Joey. He just came up and swept it away out for a Centerville corner kick.
Yeah, great kick away from Joey, saving that goal from going in. What a guy.
Yeah, great stuff from him. We see a corner kick here taken by Centerville towards the back post, initially knocked down by Boyd, and he'll clear it away. Forces Centerville to reset, trying to get something going again. That was a really physical battle there from Centerville. They won that 1v1 up top. They ultimately won it over Adam Kaufman, and then they just had a great opportunity on goal. Couldn't quite capitalize on it, but Lakota West got to be weary here after that initial attack.
Centerville is playing extremely good offense right now, just keeping that ball on our side. That's something you did not see back in August.
Centerville here, moving it down the near side, trying to find something in the middle. Nice clearance there by Perez. Maisie and Boyd fighting for it in the middle. It's ultimately with Boyd on the ball. Boyd cuts back, trying to find him through. He has Dragon through. Ooh. Unfortunately, that one was scooped up by the keeper, Day. And we have pregame reports from Joey G saying he's got a leg, the keeper for Centerville, Day. He shows it there with about a 65-yard punt. That was pretty impressive. Ultimately, it does go out of bounds, though, for a Lakota West throw.
And just talking about Day, Day is one of those great goalkeepers you love to have as well, with only 15. So this guy is pretty good with 7 shutouts.
Yeah, definitely an impressive resume to have. Him and Kren are very comparable in both play styles and stats. So really, both have great goalkeepers back there in the net to really save them if they need it. Firebirds struggling a little bit to build out of the back here. Centerville using that physicality they've used all year long, trying to get something building here on this near side. Nice tackle there from Camden. Now here come the Firebirds a little bit. Nice through ball towards Marchand. Marchand has options in the middle, tries to take it himself. Good play there by the midfielder. That was Laurie to take Marchand off the ball.
And just talking about the venue, it is extremely windy, rainy, and cold, Jackson. So this is not a good time for football.
Yeah, not the best conditions out here right now. As a goalie, personally, I just hate playing in this kind of weather. The ball is always skipping on you, and it's really unpredictable out there. However, from a attacker perspective, you really got to utilize that and just get shots on goal.
So far, these shots on goal for Centerville have been present.
Yeah, that's definitely seemed a little one-sided so far. Firebirds got to dial it in here on defense. Kaufman and Genaria, their 2 center backs, have made a couple nice plays so far to really prevent Centerville from getting that final attacking stage. See if they can recover here a little bit, get some offense going of their own. Camden will let that just drift out of bounds. That'll lead to a Firebird throw. Nice flick up there from Dragon, trying to find Maisie. Firebirds will keep possession here. Nice use of the body from Centerville's number 10, Peter Evans. He's that star player you were talking about earlier, Alex.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely has that physical game along with essentially the whole other lineup of Centerville.
And someone else who you want to look out for is Chase Halzafel with 7 goals as well. He's also someone you want to look out for. He might get a goal in this matchup.
Yeah, hopefully not from a Lakota West perspective. However, He's definitely a weapon, like you said, that they've utilized in this season, and hopefully for Centerville, through Centerville, he can get something going. Nice touch there from Camden. Take it away. Taken back by Centerville. That's number 7 down the near side, Hamza Yassin. He plays it towards the middle. Attempt to clear away by Lamb. He doesn't get it quite there. And then eventually cleared away by Camden. Ryan Boyd with possession here in the middle. He made his return a couple weeks ago against Princeton. And now playing in this regional semifinal, see if he can get something going. We saw him score last game, something he hadn't unfortunately done in a little while due to that injury. And now him hopefully being back towards near strength can really be utilized on that Lakota West offense.
Yeah, just a little achievement that I'd like to point out for Ryan Boyd is he entered the regional tournament with 111 career points, becoming the first player in team history to reach 100 since 2018.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive as a 4-year varsity player. You know, he's really been standout so far, really just across his whole high school career, but especially in these past couple seasons. He's really stepped up as the main option on this Lakota West offense, and he's definitely shown it so far this season. I believe he's in second in goals, despite the fact, that he had that injury earlier.
Yeah, 111 points with that injury is crazy work for him.
Nice interception by Centerville here, moving along the middle. That's Zach Worms, down the middle. Shot on goal. Nice save there from Kren. Just scoops it up, makes it look easy out there.
And Kren did have those crazy saves against Moeller with that extra, that overtime play.
Yeah, he had that PK save also in the last minute, I believe, before the end of the second half. Really just put the team on his back in that position and gave Lakota West that final momentum they needed to carry into overtime. Nice ball movement here from West, trying to build up out the back. Good flick there from Dragon. Maisie here with ball in the middle. He plays it through towards Boyd. Ryan Boyd, chance for a goal. Shot! Goal for the Firebirds!
Ryan Boyd!
Taken back off the offsides. Unfortunate for Lakota West. Both of us with a little bit of a preemptive celebration there. Unfortunate, though, for Lakota West, for Ryan Boyd. Just barely offsides by a step or two. And now it's a free kick for Centerville.
Yeah, I got to say, it's definitely hard to see up in this booth with all this rain.
Yeah, a little bit difficult to see. And also, the AR rose his flag a little late there, let the play progress. Definitely tricked us a little bit. Maisie building up down that far side again. He's got Boyd in the corner. Flag goes up again.
Oh.
Unfortunate for Boyd. Don't believe he was offside that time. Regardless, they'll go with the call. And it'll be another Centerville free kick.
And honestly, if Ryan Boyd can make a shot like that one time, I think he can do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great ball movement from Lakota West. Initially on that flick from Sam Dragon, and then Logan Maisie with that great through ball. Nice through ball again there from Dragon, trying to find Boyd. Day will come out and scoop it up. He looked a little uncomfortable there, but does make the save. And now here comes his punt. Nice strong punt into the wind there. West wins it initially and gained right back. This game has definitely been pretty even so far. Both teams with some nice plays on goal, nice shots as well. Here comes Centerville again.
Oh.
Played towards the middle, let through. Nothing going so far for Centerville. They couldn't quite get a shot on goal there. Unfortunate. A little miscommunication. Nice clearance there from Kaufman. Played towards the back post, and that one drifts out of bounds for a Lakota West goal kick. That was great ball movement and build up there from Peter Evans again on that near side. He just takes it through the defense, makes him a little off balance, and then plays it towards the middle. Players in the middle couldn't quite capitalize on it, but Lakota West, they really got to make sure that defense is strong on Evans. cannot let him get goal-scoring opportunities like that super often.
Yeah, and shots like those have been present in tonight, as we all know. But Lakota West is going to try to get this one to Garrett.
Boyd with the ball over the top towards Marchand. Couldn't quite get it there. But I like that early decision from Lakota West to play it over the top and really utilize that speed that they've had all season long and just use their strengths and really just go with it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, in any sport, it's all about finding your strengths and weaknesses and utilizing what works best.
Yeah, I'd say so far, Centerville has really been that team that likes to use their physicality and just likes to string passes together and get something going. Lakota West, really more of a speed team, and they're trying to use that as well. Nice scoop up there from Kren. And like I was saying, they really got to utilize that speed and just string passes together. And really, it's just going to go up to fate at that point because Lakota West, really a strong passing and speed team. As we see it there from Marchand down the near side, he catches up to the Centerville defender and makes a nice play on the ball. And that'll be West possession now.
And if Lakota West does win this one tonight, Adam Kaufman is definitely going to be the guy defensively that's going to be making these defensive positions where Lakota West doesn't get those goals that might go in.
Yeah, he's really been their star defender all season long, plays almost every minute of every game, and you can see why. The coaches depend on him, the players depend on him, and he's really stepped up this season into that starting center back role. Centerville lines up for the throw on the far side, plays it in quickly. Nice pressure from West, not letting any easy passes go.
Almost halfway through this first half, Jackson. What needs to happen for Lakota West to get this first goal?
You know, really, their passes have been pretty solid so far. It's really hard to string together passes in weather like this. Really, what I think they need to happen is just gain control over that midfield. So far, Centerville's been kind of dominant so far, and really, if they gain control of that midfield, they'll have all the momentum they need and just continue to play those through balls. And eventually, you're going to get those goals that we saw last week and the week prior. Alex, what do you think they need to improve on in your perspective?
Like you said about West, just those overall passes, don't go too deep, get it to your first man. And just play fast like Lakota West. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh.
Potential goal there again. That was number 7, Hamza Yassin in the middle trying to get on it. Couldn't quite get there, though, just out of his reach. But Centerville with a heads-up play on that quick throw and then down the far side. Almost had a goal there with a nice cross towards the middle, but defended well by West and just was one step too far. Kren will take possession of the ball here, looking to play it short. He'll play it towards Genaria. Genaria with a questionable move there. Couldn't quite get it off his foot comfortably. Does maintain possession, though, and now here comes Lakota West on the far side. Penslinski and Boyd linking up nicely there. Boyd with the long cross over towards Marchand. Marchand with a nice initial touch.
Oh, wow.
Fancy flick over the top.
Oh, my gosh.
Almost had something going there, but couldn't quite get it. A little too much on that one from Garrett Marchand.
Yeah, talk about a flick. He had that about 15 feet in the air.
Centerville lining up for a free kick here, taken by the keeper. He plays it up towards midfield. That ball will just drift through off the header. That was off of Owen Mace, and that'll lead to a Lakota West goal kick. Like I was saying earlier, the keeper, Day, has just an unbelievable foot. He's really been just playing the ball over the top every time, really getting their offense going. And if Lakota West can combat that with some strong midfield and defensive presence, like I was saying earlier, I think they can really get something going, just not allowing Centerville to build out of the back. Played short by Kren there. Gennari got a touch on it initially. Centerville's coming down the far side now, trying to get something going. Plays it through towards the far side, played towards the middle.
Oh, my gosh.
Knocked down by Kren, shot well over. And that'll lead to a goal kick here. Very close there from Centerville. They're easily threatening now. Shot by number 10, Peter Evans. He was left wide open at the top of the box. Ultimately, his shot was well over, but regardless, Lakota West has really got to clean that up.
Great save attempt by Jonathan Kren, though. Diving out, trying to get that ball. He was extremely close to saving it.
Yeah, I do believe he got the initial save, just couldn't quite catch it, and that led to the rebound attempt there. Evans just got a little too excited there, couldn't quite get it down. Gets another opportunity here for Centerville. That ball goes wide. Nice opportunity from Centerville. That was number 22, Chase OHSAA. OHSAA is who you were talking about earlier, Alex. Another threat on this Centerville offense with 7 goals on the season. They also got to lock him up on defense as well. Boyd tries to play it through towards Marchand. Marchand can't quite get there. That wet weather tonight is really not helping on those through balls. They're just gliding across the surface. Just seems like there's too much on it just about every time.
Yeah, and I'm sure it feels like playing ice hockey here on a football field with how slippery it is.
Substitutions here for West. Garrett Marchand will sub off. Avery Washington comes on. He'll settle into that right wing position. Goal kick initially knocked down by West. Here comes Washington down the near side. Slide tackle there from Centerville. Got the ball, and that'll lead to a Lakota West throw in on the near side. Here comes Logan Mazie looking for his traditional long throw here, trying to find somebody in the middle. Not as much throwing room here on this side as there's not much of space outside of the field. He'll have to go short towards Camden. Camden plays it back to Mazie. Mazie looking towards middle, plays it towards the near post.
Ooh.
Unfortunate. He'll play that right at Day. Unfortunate for Mazie, and here comes Centerville now.
Looks like on that shot he was trying to aim for Ryan Boyd, but I'm sure with all this rain he just kind of slipped off his foot.
Yeah, unfortunate there from Mazie. Made the right call to try and find Boyd on the back post. Just couldn't quite get it to him. Like I said, I think his foot might have slipped a little bit there. Couldn't quite get perfect contact on the ball. Centerville now down the far side. Nice move around. Pitzlinski plays it towards the middle. Cleared initially by Kaufman. Ball still stays in. Excuse me, no, that ball went out, and that'll be a goal kick. Ball just went out of bounds there. We are now over the halfway point in this first half. Both teams have had a decent amount of attacking presence. Centerville maybe a little bit more than West. And West has really just got to step it up. Like I said, in that midfield and in that attacking spot, they just got to step it up a little bit more, maybe get some more chances and just string some more passes together.
Yeah, definitely need to work on passing short instead of these long balls. Definitely works out better in West's favor.
Nice tackle there from Washington to win it back. Boyd tries to win it on his own. Avery plays it towards center. Logan Mazie shot on goal. That one drifts over the top. Unlucky for the Firebirds, but good passing and good build up there, and they did get the shot. So I really think that's a good improvement, nice steady improvement from Lakota West, getting some shots on goal and getting some of that confidence that they have had coming into this game.
Yeah, and with Ryan Boyd coming back, I'm sure he's not 100% back from his injury and not fully adjusted to this West offense like he was previously, but he's definitely probably 90% there, Jackson.
Yeah, I'd say he's just about at 100% now with a couple weeks now under his belt. I think he can come back into this game with confidence and just really lead this West offense like he has previously.
And when he did come back in that Mueller game, it definitely was a surprise to fans and parents all around.
Nice tackle there from Kaufman on the near side. He'll clear it away towards middle. Nice defensive play from Centerville's center back. That was Jackson Cutright. Good play from him to cut off Sam Dragon. Centerville building up a little bit here. Nice clearance there from Joey G. And that'll go out for another Elks throw. Good clearance there from Logan Maisie. He'll try to find Sam Dragon up top. Dragon with some nice defensive presence there. Tries to save it from going out. Can't quite get there. However, good presence nonetheless. And now Lakota West with some nice defensive presence here. Trying to keep it in Centerville territory. Good touch there from Washington. Lamb trying to fight off the defender. Cleared away upfield by Centerville. That ball will take a lucky bounce. But it will go out of bounds. Nice shielding there from Adam Kaufman. And that'll go out for another Lakota West throw.
And we'll have some subs for both of these teams.
Coming on for the Firebirds is number 14, Ganem. He'll come on for number 2, Sam Dragon. And also coming on is number 5, Nick Farler. He'll come on for Cristiano Lamb and settle into that CDM position. Ganem up top will settle into that right wing. Shift Garrett over to the left side. No, excuse me. He'll settle into that striker position. Here comes West now down the middle. Finds Ganem in the middle. Plays it through. Nice through ball there towards Marchand. Marchand has options in him. He's got Washington on the far side. Garrett Marchand trying to find something here. And he's stripped away on the far side. Marchand does catch up to him and makes a nice play off the ball there using that physicality. And now West again trying to build up. Kaufman trying to play that ball over the top, tries to find Ganem, puts a little too much on that one, and it'll be collected by the keeper Day in the backfield.
Yeah, so far in this matchup, Lakota West has not been super physical like they usually are. I think you got to resort to how physical you usually are against some of these top teams.
Yeah, I think they got to step it up, like you said, in that physicality department, but also at the same time, just keep those passes stringing together. It's worked decently well so far tonight, and hopefully if they keep it going, they can keep that momentum they've had so far in this tournament going. Great turn there from Pinslitsky to take it away from Centerville. Lakota West trying to build it up here. Good play by Marchand to initially get it, and that one's cleared away. Good defensive play there. On the far side, that was number 14, that was Caleb Gerspatcher. Lakota West here building up into the midfield with Camden. Camden finds Ganem initially. Ganem trying to settle down here, finds Perez over the top. Good recovery play there from Ganem.
And if Lakota West does get physical, it can definitely help them staying warm as well with it being cold and rainy.
Yeah, for sure. If they keep that stamina up and keep moving around, I really think they can stay warm, both physically and in the game. Maisie will be called offsides there. He didn't really like the call. Unfortunate for him, it will be a Centerville free kick. Big kick over the top there from Day. Good header over the top from Centerville. Nice header passes strung together. Initially knocked down by Genaria. Shot on goal.
Oh my gosh.
Initially saved by Kren.
Oh.
And that one drifts in. That's a goal for Centerville, their first of the night.
Beautiful original shot. And then that Centerville mid, he just came around and got that ball in the goal. Very simple, yet hard to play, to maneuver. So that will be the Centerville Elks' first goal of the night. 11 minutes left in this first half of play.
Yeah, that goal was scored by number 21, Owen Mace, up top. The initial shot was taken by, I believe, number 14, Caleb Gerspacher. And then Mace with the follow-up tap-in off Kren's inability to really just gather that one up off the slick surface. And Centerville will go up 1-0 here in this first half. Lakota West now really needing to bounce back here, get something going against this strong Centerville defense.
And I think you just got to go to where you're most best fit, and that's their wings, Jackson. You got to utilize these wings, play fast off your wings, and you'll find that goal.
Yeah, I really think they got to lock it in up top. They've had chances on goal, unlucky with the offsides thus far. And I think if they can tune that in and tune the midfield in, I've been saying this all night long, really, they can lock in and really get those goals going.
And that'll be Owen Mace's sixth goal of his season, with him getting that first goal for tonight.
Yeah, good stuff from him there off the cleanup crew. Lakota West really just left Kren stranded there. Unfortunate for Kren. He made the really nice initial save and then just couldn't have anybody get the cleanup and get it out. Nice play from Camden off the interception. And that'll lead to a Lakota West throw in on the near side.
I'd just like to thank all of our viewers who are tuned in on this backup account that we are streaming from. Our main had some technical issues, but we should be back on our main for that Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, really unfortunate, an hour before game time having to switch channels. However, I think we've done pretty good so far trying to recover. And now Lakota West trying to get something going here in this end of this first half.
You can't be down one going into the locker room, I got to say, Jackson.
Yeah, you really don't want to be down at halftime. Down 1-0 is something definitely you can recover from. We saw that last week as they recovered from that 1-0 being down against Moeller. However, now they really got to tune it in, and they just can't allow anything else to happen. Similar to that, you got to clean up those silly mistakes there. And if you go down 2-0 at halftime, that's basically wraps against this Centerville defense. So you got to lock it in here. You can't be going down more than 1 at halftime. And if they can get the offense going in this late part of this first half, that'd really be beneficial for them, both leading into the second half and just having momentum from this first half as well. Nice clearance initially there from Lakota West. Good move from Marchand to get around him. A little bit physical there from Centerville. A little shove in the back there. Let it play on. It'll be a Lakota West throw. Two subs will come on here for Lakota West. Their starters, Ryan Boyd and Sam Dragon, will come back in. They'll come in for Ganem and Avery Washington up top. Kaufman will play it all the way back here towards Kren. Kren looking upfield, plays it good long ball over the top, trying to find Marchand. Couldn't get quite enough on it. Now Firebirds trying to build up again. Good initial touch there from Marchand. He's trying to find options here. Tries to play it towards Dragon. Can't quite get it to him. And give it away. Here comes Centerville up top, down the near side. That's number 14, Caleb Gerspacher. Good tackle there from Camden. Nice through ball there from Dragon. He finds Maisie and Boyd on the outside. Ryan Boyd with the cross across the goal. Tried to find Marchand, couldn't quite get it there. I think if he linked up with Maisie there on the near side, he might have had something better going. But regardless, it'll go out for a Lakota West throw on that far side. And now, Alex, it's time for the Logan Maisie long throw.
It's not anyone else you'd rather have throwing this.
Maisie plays it back in towards goal. Kaufman with a shot.
Oh.
Nice save there from the keeper, Day. West with some nice momentum going there. See if they can keep it up in the last few minutes of this first half.
Overall, good header, though. He might have had it if he aimed for one of those corners.
Yeah, off the long ball from, I believe that was Maisie. A little bit unfortunate there. Ref initially plays advantage there. Ball will be taken away by Centerville and lead to a Lakota West free kick. Lakota West here with very successful on set pieces this season. See if they can get something going here as well. It'll be Maisie to take it. He'll try and find attackers over the top like Sam Dragon and Garrett Marchand.
Maisie does have one of the best legs on Lakota West, so definitely a great guy to have out there kicking this one.
Here comes the kick from Maisie. Looking back post here. Drifts it towards a little short. Can't quite find anybody.
Oh.
And Pinslinski couldn't get a foot on the rebound. Nice tackle there from Perez initially. And Centerville's now building out of the back. Gerspacher trying to find somebody over the top. Can't quite get it there. And good clearance there from Genaria. Kaufman with ball over the top, trying to find Sam Dragon. Dragon initially got a head on it. Here comes Maisie. Good footwork there from him to play it towards middle. Here comes Nick Farler. Farler couldn't quite get a good foot on it. Delays the attack a little bit there. Marchand on the far side, trying to link up with Farler, does successfully. Farler with the ball down line, finds, believe that's Maisie down the far side. Ball played towards center. Can't quite find Boyd there. Still good ball movement, though, from the Firebirds. Eventually, Alex, I think they're going to find Boyd in that middle spot. They've been looking there really all night, and I think eventually if they keep at it, they will find him there.
And Boyd did have that game-winning goal against Moeller with 2 minutes left in the game.
Shot on goal there from Maisie. Bobbled initially by Day. Dragon almost had the rebound, but a good save there from Day off the long ball from Maisie. Takes a heavy Centerville bounce there off the punt. Pinslinski initially knocks it down and again gets it away. Good play there from Sawyer. Here comes Boyd and Dragon building up from the midfield. Centerville will take it away, unfortunately. Ball will be cleared away by Centerville, out for a Lakota West throw-in. Sub comes on here for Lakota West, number 7, Cristiano Lamb. He'll come on for Nick Farler. Now with 2 minutes to go, West trying to find one last offensive attack here before the half happens. See if they can get something going. West has got to be wary of Centerville here. They're starting to build up. Nice tackle there from Adam Kaufman. Nice through ball there from Maisie. Tries to find Boyd. Good clearance there. That was number 11, Jackson Cutright. Good play from him in the back. Genaria plays it through towards the far side, towards Pinslinski. Pinslinski with some pressure on him. Plays it towards Kaufman. Kaufman with the ball, trying to find him over the top. Almost finds Lamb there. Takes an unlucky deflection.
Just under 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this game. Lakota West definitely needs to lock in these passes when they're on their offensive.
Here comes Boyd down the near side. Good clearance there from Centerville with Sam El-Amadi. Good play there from him.
So this is probably your last opportunity to get a goal in this first half.
Throw from Maisie, flicked up by Dragon. Shot on
there
goal.
it is!
There it is. Flag goes up again.
Oh, no.
Unfortunate there.
Oh, my gosh. No way.
It has really been one-sided here on the calls. Unlucky from the refs' perspective. That's now the fourth offsides call West has had. Really unfortunate for them and for Ryan Boyd. He could have had 2 goals now if not called offsides.
Yeah, I mean, the first one, maybe. The second one, I'm going to have to disagree with the refs here. That was definitely not offsides, and that should be counted as a goal here.
Yeah, unlucky for the Firebirds. They got to recover here. Not sure if they can do it in this half here as the clock's winding down. And that'll take us to the end of the first half. Centerville up 1-0. Lakota West got to bounce back in that second half that we have seen thus far. They are a second half team. We will be back in just a few minutes, see if they can get something going. Welcome back to Lakota West Soccer. We're about to tune in with second half action here. Lakota West will start with kickoff. Unfortunately, down 1-0. Alex, can you give us a quick summary of the first half and just what you think West needs to improve on?
Well, overall, West came out of the huddle looking pretty strong with those initial first shots on the goal. But then Centerville just came around the hike and gave it their all. Multiple shots on goal, multiple shots taken, and Centerville ultimately came to one goal. Lakota West did have 2 goals called back because of offsides, and both of them on Ryan Boyd.
Yeah, unfortunate for Boyd there, having those potential 2 goals on his rap sheet. Unfortunate for West, down 1-0 here in this second half. We'll see if they can get something going here on offense, try and get something going early, and ultimately get right back into this game.
And we do apologize for the rain and making the lens a little bit weird for this game.
Yeah, not optimal conditions at all for this game. It's been raining pretty heavily almost all evening thus far, and it's not looking like it's going anywhere. Nice pickup there from Jonathan Kren. He'll look to build out the back here.
And honestly, Kren has been doing very good with multiple saves and one dived almost save, but Centerville just got that one in with the passes.
Yeah, and he made the initial save off the shot and just couldn't quite get it cleared far enough, and it's just they get the trash rebound and put it right in the back of the net. Not really much Jonathan Kren could do there. His defense, unfortunately, weren't really expecting the shot to be deflected and rebounded, and that just led to a really easy Centerville goal. Lakota West has had the majority of possession so far in this second half. They're really building up nicely here. Ball over the top from Kaufman. He finds Boyd. Boyd looking for Dragon in the center. He cuts back. Still tries to find Dragon. Ball is deflected. And that'll be out of bounds for a Centerville throw.
And honestly, for Lakota West, one thing that does need to happen if Lakota West is going to progress in this tournament is that offense needs to come out of that set fast, and they need to be faster than that defense so that they can have that 1-man or 2-man advantage. And just looking around Division I, of boys soccer, Little Miami was certainly the biggest upset, beating out the Mason Comets in a 2-1 overtime thriller. They were previously on a 4-game losing skid. So the Panthers, which are 6-9-3, will take on Beaver Creek, which is 15-1-2 in the regional semifinals. That's today.
Yeah, Little Miami definitely has it cut out for them. They have a lot of momentum going in this game, beating the Mason Comets, but now they got to face arguably the best team in the state. They got to face Beaver Creek. That's just going to be such a tough matchup. And Little Miami, as the underdogs, you'd love to see them win as that underdog favorite. However, the chances seem slim at this point against such a great team in Beaver Creek.
Yeah, and it's truly still mesmerizing that Little Miami did beat out Mason. Mason was rated literally the top team in the region, so that's a huge surprise that happened.
Shot on goal there from Centerville. It was a nice easy save there from Kren. Once again, getting open in the box. It was number 10, Peter Evans, sorry. He gets open again in the middle. West really has to keep the locks on him. He's really been the offensive weapon that they've used in this game. He didn't score the goal, but he ultimately led to the buildup of it. And now he had another opportunity there. Couldn't quite put it away, but Lakota West, they got to keep an eye on him.
Yep, got to keep an eye on him, but as well as Owen Mace with that first goal of the night. He is that senior with now 6 goals recorded. Definitely an underdog in terms of where to go to shoot that ball.
Nice play there from Sam Dragon, applying some pressure to this Centerville midfield. Forces a ball out of bounds. Another Centerville throw here on the near side.
And in Cincinnati, they sent 14 teams spread across all 5 divisions of OHSAA soccer to the regional tournaments. And the regional semifinals obviously begin today, with the finals being held on Sunday, November the 2nd. And we do have word that whoever wins this matchup will be at Wright State University to face their next opponent.
Yeah, the next game will be against potentially either Dublin Kaufman or St. Charles. Both of those teams really have had really good seasons, and hopefully, if Lakota West takes home this game tonight, they'll have an opponent on Sunday, like you were saying, against one of those two teams, both of which will be a good matchup.
And just in terms of stats, this should be a harder matchup than either St. Charles or Dublin Kaufman, with St. Charles being ranked 5 and Kaufman being 12.
Yeah, you were saying, Alex, their rankings definitely aren't the highest, but if we look at teams that have really shown through despite their rankings, we were mentioning Little Miami earlier, and I'm sure there's other teams out there as well that despite their rankings, they play up to their competition, and it really just doesn't matter. They play up to their competition. They play so well that their ranking just really doesn't define them. Chance here for Centerville. Great tackle there from Joey G. That ball will be cleared out of bounds for another corner kick for Centerville. However, great stuff there from him. Saves a potential goal-scoring opportunity, and now it's another set piece here from Centerville.
So clock stops for a shoe.
A little brief shoe tying there. Now Centerville will line up for the corner. They're definitely crowding around Jonathan Kren here, trying to make him uncomfortable in this position. And ultimately trying to get some pressure and potentially another goal here. Lakota West definitely has to step it up on the defensive side here. Played towards the near post, and that ball will just drift over the top. And that will lead to a Firebird goal kick.
Great set, though, by Centerville. That was great, like you said, to kind of blind Kren. Keep him in a haze where there's so many gray players around you where you can barely see that white small ball.
Yeah, good stuff there from the defense to clean that up. Now allow Centerville to get ahead on that one. And now Lakota West trying to build out of the back. Here comes Maisie and Dragon. Halusik with some nice initial pressure there. Can't quite cut it off fully, and now here comes Centerville. Played towards the back post, and that one is saved. Good save there again from Kren.
What a deep shot. Almost getting in.
Nice flick there from Sam Dragon. Tries to find Maisie. Couldn't quite get it there. Nice tackle there from Kaufman. He'll take Centerville off the ball. Nice play there from West to clear it out. Here comes Logan Maisie down the far side. He's got Garrett on the switch, plays it towards Sam, drag it in the middle. And that one's cleared away. Good defensive presence there from Centerville, really shutting down everything for West thus far.
Yeah, offensively, Lakota West loves to kick these long passes, but it's definitely hard to do when rain is pouring and winds are high. Centerville fans scream as no call is shown.
Yeah, I believe he just slipped up on the turf there. No foul. Good call there from the ref. West here trying to build up a little bit. Here comes Marchand on the near side.
Ooh.
He'll cut it to the outside. Has options in the middle. Ultimately takes it himself. Still maintains possession. Good stuff from Marchand here.
Fancy feet work by Marchand, but he'll lose it.
Definitely needed some help there. Marchand just does a little too much on the ball.
And Centerville gets that ball right back.
Good stuff there from Penslinski to use his physicality on that ball. Doesn't allow Centerville to get anything. Sam Dragon with a nice ball towards Boyd. Boyd plays it through. He had Halusik on the outside. Couldn't quite get it to him. And now Centerville begins to build up. Attempt over the top by Yassine. Couldn't quite get it anywhere. That'll be deflected out of bounds for a Lakota West throw.
Great breakup by Lakota West on that play.
Boyd wins the ball off the throw-in. Good physicality from him. Plays it over the top towards Marchand. Marchand initially settles. Shot on goal. That one's just well over. That'll drift over for a goal kick. Unfortunately, not 3 points. It went through the uprights. And that'll lead to a Centerville goal kick.
So that would not be counted as a PAT.
Ball really bounces well over the top there, forces Kren to come out and make the save. That ball was punted all the way back that was a goal kick all the way back from Day, and it just drifted all the way up to the other goal box. Impressive there from him.
And for Centerville, I got to say, weather has definitely been to their advantage. And it's ultimately broken up a lot of these Lakota West passes and final drives.
Yeah, they definitely have had the momentum so far, especially in that first half. Now Lakota West really needs to bounce back here, save this corner, and just get that offense moving. That ball drifts in off the corner. With the goal for the Elks is number 10. That's Peter Evans.
Like we said earlier, Peter Evans being their lead goal scorer. Scary guy to have in your goal. As shown there, Lakota West down 2-0. 26 minutes left of play for Lakota West to score 2 more to tie this game up and possibly go into overtime if they get those 2. See, with our cameras, you can see that rain with that shot, how heavy it is. Might have a flash flood warning near Fairmont High School.
Lakota West here really needs to bounce back now, down 2-0. If they don't get something going soon, this game could all be over, even with the amount of time left.
Centerville playing fast.
Good tackle there from Kaufman.
Oh.
Tries to get another tackle. called foul on
Oh,
Kaufman. He'll
no.
be shown yellow, and he'll have to go off for a brief moment.
And you hate to see that. Kaufman being one of these best guys defensively to have. But like we've talked about in previous broadcasts, Lakota West depth is pretty strong, Jackson. So I think Lakota West can come back from that loss.
Yeah, Kaufman will have to go off there. Coming on is in his place will be number 5, Nick Farler. Ball played in here towards the back post,
wow.
headed on goal, just wide. And again, Centerville has really stepped it up here. And really, Lakota West, they got to keep their heads high here and really lock it back in. Kaufman will come back on here. Farlow will go back off.
And for our seniors, which makes up about 70% of this Lakota West roster, this is their last game if they do end up scoring no more.
Yeah, you really don't want to have this be your last game, losing against a team you already beat this season, and they really just need to lock it in here. Down 2-0 now. You got to start playing risky. Season on the line. Anything goes at this point. Got to get some goals. Ace here with the ball towards the back post. That one's scooped up by Kren. Good play by him.
One of Kren's specialties is coming out of his barriers and, physical play, but no call.
Yeah, will be called there.
Oh, okay.
He'll be sent off. That was the goal scorer, number 10, Peter Evans. He'll be sent off for a brief moment. I suspect he'll probably come back on in just a few moments. Regardless, though, he'll have to be subbed off for a brief moment per the OHSAA yellow card rule, and now it'll be a Lakota West free kick.
So we'll see if Lakota West can take advantage of Peter being out for a short time. This is a far free kick, but even with the weather, you can take advantage and kick this as far as possible to some of your wings and strikers like Garrett and Ryan.
Yeah, Kaufman's definitely got the leg for it. Let's see what he can do here. Ball played a little bit shorter, trying to find Boyd on the ground. Couldn't get it to him. And now here comes Mace and the Centerville Elks. Good tackle there from Sexton. Ball stays inbounds, and here he comes down the far side, plays it over the top, trying to find Logan Mazie and Ryan Boyd there. Ultimately, initially taken away. Nice block there from Perez. And the Elks will lose possession, regained by the Firebirds. Sexton with a nice interception off the header from Centerville, plays it over the top towards Marchand. Marchand with the ball on his foot. He's a dangerous guy to have on the ball. Good tackle there.
Wow.
From Centerville. That was number 17, Jack Laurie. Good play from him there to really just not let Marchand go anywhere. Now we are almost 16 minutes into this second half. Lakota West really needs to get something going here. They're running out of time to get that momentum started.
And I do think offensively, Lakota West needs to rely on some of those secondary performers like Adam Kaufman and Logan Macy to get those goals. Definitely Logan Macy with only 4. He can definitely ramp those up for this game when the time comes.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also those some of those so-called backups that they have, like Avery Washington and Keegan Sexton, definitely got to use them a little bit more here. Try to get something going. Really anything at this point. Got to get a goal here in the near future. Lakota West throw here on the near side. It'll be Cooper Halusik taking it. He'll play short towards Lamb. Lamb with a nice switch towards the far side. He has Sexton. Nice punch away there from Day. He's now out of goal. And that's cleared away by Centerville. And here comes Mace up top. He's got options on left and right. He'll play it through here. And that's cleared away. Good stuff there from Halusik. He'll take it away from Cutler. And now Centerville's threatening.
And Gavin Cutler is one of those goal scorers for Lakota West as well, with a total of 4 for Centerville. Or excuse me, for Centerville, not Lakota West. A little bit of delay here. Not sure what's happening.
I believe Lamb's shin guards fell out there. He'll tuck those back in for Lakota West. And Centerville will line up for a long throw here. Throw in taken by number 18, Liam Owen. He'll select to go towards the middle here. He finds someone in the middle. Played towards middle. That's shot on goal by Evans. That ball will go wide and lead to a goal kick with Kren. Kren looking long here, trying to get something going. Plays it over the top. Tries to find Maisie over the top. Just a little bit too much on it. Settled down by Lamb. He tries to find Sexton outside.
You can see with the flags, the wind has picked up since the start of the game. It is now super windy, rainy, and cold for Lakota West to get these 2 goals, possibly 3 to not go into overtime. But there's only half of a quarter left. That's 20 minutes. They can do it, but it's all about staying on offense.
Yeah, they're not in that really offensive mindset at the moment. They've been on the tail end of Centerville's defense really so far in the second half. They haven't really had anything going. And now they're playing from behind. Got to get really just something going their way. Cleared away initially by West. Perez gets the final clearance, plays it towards Marchand. Marchand stumbles there a little bit, can't initially get it.
Ooh.
Got it back, but a little too heavy of a touch. Good pressure there from Boyd. He forces a pass. That'll go out of bounds. Says off of Boyd, and that'll be a Centerville throw. Here comes Mace. He'll try and play through here. Yassine has it on the far side. Plays it towards the middle with Worms. Shot on goal here. Tipped over by Kren. Good stuff from him. Shot was on goal was by number 22. That was Chase Holksafel. He's that secondary guy that you were talking about earlier. Excuse me, Alex. He had the shot on goal. Good save from Kren. And now Centerville lines up again for a corner.
And if Centerville does get one more, I think that's wraps for this game, I would have to say. Oh my gosh, off the crossbar.
Good save there from Kren. And it's cleared away. Here comes Marchand on the near side. Trying to get some pressure here. Good win there from Lamb. He'll kick it out of bounds. Subs on here for both teams. Coming on for Lakota West is number 2, Sam Dragon. He will come on for Keegan Sexton on the far side. Shot on goal there from Centerville. Couldn't quite get anything there from Worms. Now to go out of bounds for a Lakota West goal kick.
And just talking a little bit about the OHSAA Division I boys soccer playoffs. The district tournaments are wrapped up, so the top 16 teams in each division will compete for the OHSAA boys soccer regionals. And the semifinal is today. The final is going to be November the 2nd.
Little brief shoe tying break here from both teams.
Just take a look at this bracket. See Lakota West, tonight's game. Whoever wins this will likely face St. Charles. So the kick is off for...
Nice play there from Dragon to shield off two Centerville defenders. Lakota West just can't find that final pass up top. They've really struggled in the second half to do that. Nice through ball there from Marchand. He'll find Halusik on the near side. Halusik, nice move there, makes the defender fall down. Lakota West here looking to build out of the back. It's Maisie and Kaufman. Maisie plays towards middle, finds Perez. Perez switches over towards Genaria. Here's Joey G. He finds Camden on the far side. Nice moves there from Centerville. They find Mace over the top. He took an unlucky touch there, and that'll be forced out of bounds. Good clearance there from Kaufman, and a Centerville throw will be the result.
So 17-19 left on the play clock for the rest of the game in this second half. Let's see what will happen for this throw-in.
That's headed up.
Oh my
Good
gosh.
save there from Kren. Really bad miscommunication there from the West defense. Good reaction save there from Jonathan Kren. Nice kick there from Kren. Tries to find Perez over the top. Ultimately won by Halusik. He'll be forced off the ball, but that'll go out of bounds for a West throw.
And at this point, Jackson, you have to have your best guys in. You have to play as fast and as hard as possible. Go to your roots and find what worked originally against Centerville in August. But this team is obviously way different than what they were back in August, being up 2-0, extremely unexpected.
Yeah, even though they were really the favorites coming into this game, with that earlier result from the Firebirds, they expected to come into this game and really just take it home. But really the opposite effect has happened. And now down 2-0 with very little time to go. Their hopes are dwindling and they need something to happen fast.
And at this point, it doesn't matter who it is. We just need to develop this offense like we did in the beginning of this playoff run and against Moeller.
Kren will play it over the top, tries to find Marchand and Boyd. Boyd with a nice flick over the top. He finds Marchand. Garrett Marchand down the near side. Takes it himself, plays it on the switch, tries to find Maisie. Just a little too much on that one.
Oh, Maisie fights him till the end, till finally out of bounds.
Long throw here from Maisie will be the result. This is something Lakota West has really developed this season. Let's see if it works here.
Oh,
Little
see the
slippage
water
and we'll
here.
get the rethrow. Play towards the near side. He has Dragon. Dragon with the flick back towards Maisie. Maisie with a nice settle. Plays it towards the near post. Finds Perez. Perez with the shot just over the top. Unlucky for the Firebirds. But that's the kind of thing that they've been needing to happen. And maybe that's a little bit of a wake-up call now. A little bit of an offensive possession. See if they can keep that up.
Yeah, Lakota West needs to score a goal in these next couple of minutes. Or fate might just take this game away.
Quick break here for another shoe tie.
And with all this rain, I'm sure a lot of shoes are getting untied. Jackson, see on Lakota West. Our very own Adam Kaufman is also tying his shoe.
.14 minutes to go. Definitely not impossible to score 2 goals here, but not looking great for West. Like you said, Alex, something's has got to happen soon or this game is going to be over. Good header there from Dragon. He finds finds Ryan Boyd up top, sorry. Boyd plays it over the top, tries to find Sexton. Sexton hesitated a little bit there, and it'll be saved by Day.
And really all season, Lakota West has been struggling with those final touches. So now's your time to prove everyone wrong that you can make this game a reality.
Centerville here building out of the back. Nice tackle there initially from Halusik. Here come the Firebirds a little bit here. Unlucky trip and fall there from Worms. He got the deflection though, and that'll be Centerville ball. Lakota West with a nice little nifty interception.
And usually in these OHSAA playoffs, typically one team has a little bit of an advantage, even though that they are not at home, maybe with the size of the fans that show up or maybe just the bench. But in this game, really nobody has an advantage, with both fans not really being present except for families, because it is that cold, rainy night on a Wednesday. So not a lot to show.
Yeah, both teams here, both very great soccer programs, and now battling it out to the very last minute. Both team fighting tooth and nail for that spot into the next game. Lakota West playing behind here. They really have been all night. Really just struggling to get that offense going. Taking the free kick for the Elks here will be number 18. That is Liam Owen. He'll play it towards the near post. That's settled by number 7, Yassine. He's brought down.
Oh.
They'll say that is just outside of the box. Be a free kick for Centerville. Unlucky there for the Firebirds. Unnecessary foul there top of the box. And that'll lead to a Centerville free kick right outside of the 18-yard box. Let's see what Credden can do to set up his wall and try and prevent another goal. That one's taken quickly. Ref did not call time, and it'll be a goal for the Elks. Second goal of the night for number 10, Peter Evans.
Yeah, looking back on that play, I'm a little bit confused. Didn't look like anyone was set, but it will be called a goal. So Lakota West down 3. And it is 11 minutes left of this game. Just like to thank our 80 viewers tuning in on this backup account and on this rainy day. So you see Maisie conversing with the ref. And immediately broken up by Centerville, Lakota West on the defensive. And that will be headed out of bounds. Centerville throw-in.
Yeah, that's that goal there. Unlucky for the Firebirds. Now Centerville now up 3-0. That's basically wraps there. Unlucky finish to Lakota West season. Now with just 11 minutes remaining, excuse me. They just got to battle for dignity at this point.
Yeah, you would basically need a goal every 3 minutes, Jackson. And if Lakota West does lose this ball game, there will be no more GMC teams in this tournament for the Division I boys soccer. As Lakota West right now is the only team in the OHSAA playoffs when Mason lost and Fairfield.
Marchand brought down there. No foul call from the ref. Seems a little one-sided here. No call for Lakota West. Unfortunate. Lakota West just having not much going right now at the moment. Ball played in by Kaufman. Tries to find Marchand. Headed away. Good play there from Centerville.
We do apologize for the camera issues once again. The weather limits the performance of the stream sometimes.
Ball played in by Sexton over the top. Tries to find Marchand. Can't quite get it to him. Lakota West here with Maisie. Finds him on the back post. Trying to get it towards Ganem. Couldn't quite find him there. And it's collected by Day. Day with his signature long punt over the top. Halusa can't quite get ahead on it initially, and that'll lead to a few bounces there. And now Centerville with a nice easy possession. It's Yassine up top. Good tackle there from Kaufman. Logan Maisie and Sam Dragon trying to build it out of the back here. Here comes Ryan Boyd down the far side. Ryan Boyd has Ganem on his right, Garrett on his left. See what he does here. Tries to find Marchand. Can't quite get it to him. It was on the far side of him. And that'll be scooped up by Day. And he'll now take his time. A little bit of time wasting here from the keeper. Eight minutes remaining in this game here. This game has essentially sealed itself up. Now Lakota West just trying to maintain a little possession here and just keep this score the same at the end of this matchup.
And if you're these seniors for Lakota West, you definitely, oh, what a save. But like I was saying, you definitely don't want to bash yourself too much because of this loss. You came into this tournament beating Moeller in overtime. You're one of your biggest rivals for soccer. Your senior year, that is extremely impressive.
Yeah, for sure. This season definitely won't go down in the record book as an unsuccessful one, even though they didn't get the result that they wanted. Regardless, they got to look towards this season with their heads held high.
And I'm just excited to see what these guys can do at their school or club that they play at in the future or pursue.
Nice ball movement here from Lakota West. Halusik trying to fight off the defenders here. Great play there from number 15, Gavin Cutler. He fights off Halusik. Halusik plays it in quickly here, finds Perez. Here comes Willie Perez, finds Marchand on the outside. Marchand tries to play it towards Ganem, can't quite get it there. And that ball is out of bounds off Lakota West for another Centerville throw.
So at this point, Lakota West has just got to get a goal so that they don't get 3-0 swept.
Good tackle there from Dragon. Here comes Perez getting everything he's got to get to that ball. Dragon and Maisie linking up in the midfield here. Nice movement there from Ganem. He finds Marchand in the middle. Here lays it off towards Boyd. Boyd shot on goal. Nice save there from Day.
Great power from that shot attempt, but great save by Day. So 5 minutes are remaining in this ball game.
5 minutes remain of Lakota West soccer here this season. Let's see if they can get anything going here.
And if you haven't already, make sure to follow us on X, or used to be Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube once our page gets back up and running. And that's at LWHSBC on all platforms. Ooh, great tackle by Lakota West.
Ref lets him play on there despite a little bit of physical contact.
Ooh, once again, physical contact, but it will be called that time.
Foul called on Ryan Boyd leads to a Centerville free kick. Good play there from Marchand to win it Ball goes out of bounds off Marchand, leads to another Centerville throw. Good clear there from Halusik. Here comes Ryan Boyd down center. Tries to find Marchand on the outside. Can't quite get it to him.
So 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes left in this game. Lakota West is on the offensive.
Shot on goal by Camden. That ball drift wide. Lead to a Centerville goal kick.
Great look by Camden, but that will be no good. His first look of the night.
Minute 30 remaining here. That ball's played up by Centerville, collected by Kren. Jonathan Kren will take it up here, looking to find somebody over the top. Does just that, tries to find Boyd, and that's cleared away by Mace initially and booted upfield. Takes an unfortunate bounce for Kren, but he'll make the catch no problem. The minute to go here, he'll clear it up.
And that looks like this will be your Lakota West Firebird 2025 boys soccer season. Lakota West ends their season 13-3-4. Really successful season for Lakota West Firebirds.
Yeah, with about 40 seconds to go here, they had a little buildup going there. Centerville ultimately will clear it away.
And here's Centerville fans getting loud after this victory. A complete turnaround from that previous matchup. So Centerville will come out of this game victorious 3-0 and will fight for the regional finals next Sunday against either St. Charles or Dublin Kaufman. That is at your Wright State University.
Yeah, it's final tonight. Unfortunate for the Firebirds. They fall 3-0 to Centerville. That'll be the last game of the season for these Firebirds. We like to give a huge shout out to all the seniors out there. That's their final game of the season. Not the way they wanted it to end, but regardless, great stuff from them and a great stuff all season from the Firebirds. Huge thanks to all you guys watching. We will see you guys on Friday night, hopefully back on the main channel, tuning in for some West football action. But other than that, hope everybody has a great, safe night. Have a good one, guys.